Might be one of the most sickening stories I ever seen, fool.
That is the Olsen twins, featured in a Louis Vuitton ad. Does that look like the Olsen twins to you?
Outback Steakhouse. You may be thinking, this one in New York City is just a coincidence. It's surely not a recurring theme here. Here's another one in Indianapolis. Pentagram, upside down. Here's another one in Florida, shaping a pentagram. And there's even more. At this point, the odds of that being in one city maybe are extremely low, but multiple are absolutely insane.
Really glazed over how insanely bonkers it is that a place like Epstein's Island even existed. But what most people don't know is that it wasn't the first of its kind. Decades earlier, in the middle of Lake Michigan, a desolate island owned by a wealthy Detroit socialite became the subject of all sorts of wild conspiracy theories.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. Appreciate y'all if you watching your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I love y'all collective. I ain't gonna hold you. You already know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Oi, it's morning. I forgot. Got some time travelers coming in. I just came to this restaurant. And they look like they just arrived here from 100 years ago. I'm in Limassol, Cyprus, in Prussia. What is that? my life is a movie. I'm not really sure. This is the current arrangement. Okay.
Hey, what was going on there? Explain, please.
Says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria.
Well, I know I can't tell you who it was and what it was, but yeah. I can't really tell you. I'd love to tell you actually, but it's not a big deal.
It's
but,
not something frightening.
No, but I just, so obviously it's something that I know about and it's not a problem.
Are you prepared and are you ready to hear and find out the truth about aliens? Well, a bunch of government insiders are allegedly ready to spill the beans. Well, Amazon Prime is dropping a documentary that's going to blow the doors off of aliens and UFOs, and it's called The Age of Disclosure. The Age of Disclosure, according to their post on X, has 34 U.S. government officials and only one truth. And when they refer to top-ranking officials, they're referring to intelligence, military, and even government officials. And in this documentary, there are claims that there has been an 80-year cover-up of non-human intelligence. And there are also claims of a secret global race to re-engineer alien technology. And if any of these claims turn out to be true, I think it's time we start asking the question, who is in charge and who is running this show? This documentary is also allegedly going to show hard to deny testimony. Pilots will be testifying, intelligence officers will be testifying, and also witnesses that claim to have seen the crafts with non-human life forms in them. And The Age of Disclosure is also getting rave reviews by multiple news agencies, including the international business press. And Fox News also claims an incredible eye-opening documentary, ABC News, an explosive documentary. So the question once again needs to be asked, why are they releasing all of this information now? Why are these documentaries all coming to light now? Why is all this testimony being released now? Could this be some form of conditioning rather than information sharing? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Man, y'all want to hear my thoughts on it.
As I said, folks, if there's any hill that you intend to die on, this is it. If they manage to put this in place while everybody's distracted with arguing over Charlie Kirk and, you know, debating whether Trump's peace plan is viable and, you know, whether the Arabs are the good guys or the Jews are the bad guys or what's going on, all this sort of stuff, and distracted by all this crap, then this is going to come online. And the only thing that is going to stop it is our complete non-compliance. And again, withdrawing service from the people that are attempting to enslave humanity this way. You don't have to put up with this. Maybe, you know, you don't want to have a revolution, you're a non-violent person, you don't want to do anything untoward, you don't want to get yourself in trouble. You don't believe that there's anybody you can vote in or out to fix the problem, and you're correct, because you can't. There is no political remedy to any of this. Well, one thing you can do is withdraw service from all of these people. That's something we can all do. Maybe if enough people actually wake up to themselves and realise that we are the ones with the power, then we can change it.
We are the ones with the power, bro. We can change it.
There's a place in Japan that has more dolls, I think I've seen this, than real people. Yeah. Nagoro Scarecrow Village. Yeah. Long time ago, there was a bunch of people that lived there. Small village in Japan. But slowly and slowly, people started to move out or people started to die off. Yeah. And there was a woman that was so sad because she loved her area. Yeah, I've heard of it. And what happened was the school was abandoned, all of the stores are gone. So what she decided to do one day, she made a scarecrow for her own farm. Yeah. And she designed the scarecrow to remind her of her father. She looked at it and she's like, it touched like a special place in her because she didn't have anybody around her. So what she did, she made a scarecrow of every single person that she knew in that village. It's crazy. And it filled the whole village with these scarecrows and pretty much dolls. Yeah. Look.
Yeah, nah, I seen this one.
There's so much.
They had to fill the whole school. I remember this. Lining up to it so much.
It's crazy.
So much. The fact that she did it by herself is insane too.
I know.
So y'all know how she made dolls out of people who were no longer there? Some may have transitioned somewhere else and some may have just moved somewhere else. If she created a doll to represent somebody who is no longer here, and I'm sure she speaks to him, she talks to him, do y'all think that she can give that doll life, or a certain spirit can attach itself to that doll? Like an Annabelle? Do y'all believe that? Let me know. Maybe I'm reaching. I don't think that's interesting. I think that's kind of borderline weird. But I don't want to pass no judgment. You get what I mean? Let me know y'all thoughts.
Hey fool, what did I just read? These two dudes right here really try to start their own country by committing a full-blown... This might be one of the most sickening stories I ever seen, fool. These two men from Texas were indicted because allegedly they were going to the island in Haiti called Gonaïves to invade. And when I say invade, I'm talking about wipe out all the men on that island and then enslave the women and kids. You know how demonic that shit sound? Federal investigators said the two men were literally texting each other, talking about taking over the island, making a colony, and then forcing these women into YT. And they say, nah, this wasn't no joke because they had everything in their power necessary to complete this, weapons and all. I ain't gonna lie, in this moment you gotta thank God that the Fed stepped in, because that shit would have been horrific, fool. Like, that's sick-minded. They sick as hell, fool. And I'm pretty sure it can't just be them two. They gotta look into it deeper. It gotta be more people connected. Haiti has already suffered enough and they're still suffering at this moment. And these people try to add on to it. And they wanted to go there and do some weird shit and try to play God. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this story down below in the comments. Because this shit do not feel real. I'm telling you, this shit wild.
And Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart were already attached. And I was like, these characters are jumping off the page. And my role, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the most popular girl in high school. For some reason, I know how to play that. And then it was such a hit. It was way bigger than I even anticipated. And now, I think we're going to make part 2. I think you have to. I think you, like, have to. They kill you if you try to walk away. And they clone you.
I feel like them doorways on mountains are everywhere.
And here we have it, to no surprise, another celebrity involved into witchcraft. This is Solange, and you can see her demonic altar right there. African spirituality, Ifo, hoodoo, Santeria, voodoo, all that stuff. I'm telling you guys, these celebrities, they're into spiritual practices that invite demons, and you're listening to their music and they become popular and famous, but that fame, that popularity, that success does not come from God. It comes from the devil. A lot of them have secret altars behind the scenes, and you don't know they're bowing down to it, and they're appeasing demons. The Bible says that the things that the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons. So Solange is sacrificing to demons, as well as a lot of these celebrities, Beyonce, all that kind of people. It's absolutely demonic. Solange, you need Jesus. You need to repent and believe in the gospel. You need deliverance. And for those of y'all that connect with these people, you listen to their music, you watch their stuff, you need to disconnect, because you're inviting spirits in your life. This is absolutely demonic, but this is probably a large majority, a reality of celebrities in the industry. They simply worship demons.
Solange Knowles walks in, Beyonce's sister, into that little witchcraft store. And I'm like, is this a dream? Is this Solange Knowles? He's like, yeah, she comes here regularly. We do rituals for her and her family. And I'm just like, what? Like the Knowles? Like, yeah, man, this is real. And she's buying product and paying for rituals. And I'm like, this might be my purpose. This might be it. Because again, I'm seeking the purpose of life. That's the root to all this, is what's the purpose of life? So as I'm learning all these things, they told me I had to go to a cemetery for 2 weeks in each island. And I had to like literally do dances and rituals. And they said they were gonna like literally torture you, like whip you, and you got to go through the process in order to become a warlock. And I was like, all right, well, this is what I'm supposed to do. Now this is when God started moving, because as I agreed to do this, I was supposed to leave in October. Now I started encountering Christians. So my first encounter was in a liquor store on Halloween. I was in the liquor store and I was trying to start a business, a wine bar with these Indians. I was just proposing the idea. We had been meeting every day. A guy walked in and his name was Richard. And he just was like, you got a light on you. You got a light on you. And I'm like, what? He's like an angel. He's like, look, man, I just got saved. Jesus saved me, and I just want to invite you to my house. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with this guy? But I'm thinking in my mind, okay, we're in PGA, all multimillionaires. I'm like, business opportunity. Okay. I was like, sure, it's Halloween. He invited me to his house, multi-million-dollar house. I'm talking about at least 10 million on the water. He got boats and all that stuff. And I went with my girlfriend, and we walk in there, and there's all these prestige people, lawyers, doctors, police, whatever. They just stayed focused on us. They were like kind of ignoring the party. And this is their party. This is their house. We love you so much. And this guy would just keep crying. And I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Why do you keep crying? They were just too nice. And I'm trying to ask him about his business with real estate. He just keeps like deflecting it. Like, don't worry about that. Like, man, let's talk about the Bible. And I'm just like, bro, I looked at my girl at the time and I'm like, they gotta be swingers. Like, this is weird. We gotta go. So we left and I was like, forget this. This guy would not stop texting me. He would text me almost every day. Come to my church. Come to my church. And I would just be like, this guy, man.
Basically, in the movie, they was telling us that the plants and everything was alive, the trees and everything, and it was giving off a chemical reaction. I don't know, bro. It might be suspect.
My question today, collective, is why do we see certain clips that we know are not a social norm? We know this shit is not ordinary. It's unexplained. It's crazy. Whatever you want to label it. We watch it and we forget about it. What happened right there? Like, why we never got answers for that? Just like the monkeys that went missing. The infected ones. We never got answers for that. Just like the girls that got in Texas. That flood came. They're missing. We never got answers for that. There's a whole lot of things we don't get answers for, and we'll see this shit happen and we forget about it. My only question would be, what if that was me or you? I'm talking about like if whoever's watching, what if that was you? Would you want people to forget about it? If it was me, I wouldn't want people to forget about it. I want people to go get answers and come to a solution and resolve this shit. I don't know, but again, the world don't think like that sometimes, and I feel like we all need to think like that. Think if it was you. That's all we need to do. Put ourselves in other people's positions and think about what we would do at that point. You know what I mean? Let me know y'all thoughts, bro. That's just my 2 cents. That's what I see. Y'all let me know y'all's.
Y'all telling me Phoenix, Arizona, a place that's mostly desert, that gets up to 125 degrees, look like this? Y'all, this is from a hailstorm. But it looked like snow, right? Look at it. That's how much hail came down from the sky. You had these cars and trucks on the highway sliding like they was doing a drift. Now, people that was in Arizona was like, it's maybe because all the little weird shit they was seeing in the sky. Like something was going across the sky. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to understand, how do you go from 98 to 100 degrees to fucking ice falling out the sky? Make it make sense. Wow. You might as well say it's a snowstorm.
Fucking snowstorm in the middle of Arizona, right?
That's how much ice was falling. It looked like snow, fool. This shit crazy. This is not regular, and this is not normal, y'all.
Just found out there's a restaurant chain in the United States that if you connect the dots on the map of where these restaurant locations are, it forms pentagrams in 7 different cities. Now, I don't like using ChatGPT, but I had to ask it one question. What are the odds of a restaurant chain in the United States making the restaurants on the map make up pentagrams in 7 different cities across the states? One word answer only: astronomical. The restaurant chain in question? Outback Steakhouse. You may be thinking, this one in New York City is just a coincidence. It's surely not a recurring theme here. Here's another one in Indianapolis. Pentagram, upside down. Here's another one in Florida, shaping a pentagram. And there's even more. At this point, the odds of that being in one city maybe are extremely low, but multiple are absolutely insane. So then, who owns Outback Grill Restaurant Action Steakhouse? Well, their parent company, I did some digging, is Bloomin' Brands. So then you got to follow the money. Who owns Bloomin' Brands? And are they satanic? Of course, we got to ask. Well, I was just shocked to find out that its largest shareholder is Vanguard. Now, you may be thinking, is Vanguard a company that is interested in the longevity, health, and prosperity of the world, and into organicness, and into healthy things, and into making water and air and food clean and pure and prosperous humanity? I'm not so sure.
We should have known it was BlackRock or Vanguard. We should have known that was coming.
They call it the ghost church. Yeah. This church has ghosts that you could literally walk in and look at. They're just always there. Huh? Yeah. It looks like people praying. I believe it's in the Czech Republic. St. George's Church. So this church was abandoned years ago. Yeah. Because there was an accident that killed a few people there. The ceiling fell. Time went by and someone went to go inside and check it out. And what they found was this. Whoa. Ghosts. Whoa. Wait, and they're just there? And they're just there. Now check this out. I think there was an artist went in, didn't tell people, made the art. Somebody walked in and saw all of that. Holy no. And then it became like a landmark now. Yeah.
I don't give a damn if an artist did come do that, bro. I don't care if we walked in and it looked like that. I shouldn't feel uneasy in a church. At all, bro. That should be the safe spot. That should be a place where I could go and I could feel safe, comfortable. All of those things. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm straight off of it though. So even if it did cave in and those things were automatically there, I wouldn't go. And even if this dude had made them damn ghosts, I'm not going. Bro, I'm just not. I'm not. My church should not have ghosts in it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just how I'm looking at it. Let me know y'all thoughts. I shouldn't feel uneasy walking into a church.
Listen to the sounds coming from underneath the streets of Denver, Colorado. What's going on under there? Is there a zoo? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Unanswered Universe.
I don't think they hiding underground in Denver. Really though.
Y'all seen this yet? There's something going on in the Caribbeans, y'all, because Melissa just came through and destroyed Jamaica, right? And now, right, not just Jamaica, but Haiti as well. But check this out. Now Haiti's name says IET instead of Haiti, and this is a federal map too. This is the aviation map. They're showing you guys this is IET. But nonetheless, y'all, something's going on because this was spotted today, and the weather started acting weird around this general area. People are still hearing loud booms around the world, and then all of a sudden this pops up in the Caribbeans. And did you guys see what's happening in Jamaica right now, y'all?
Brutalize the trees and left them with no limbs nor leaves. We are now experiencing a major fire in Westmoreland. May God help us.
Something is going on in the Caribbean, especially with Jamaica, man. These people cannot get a break. Look at the trees. The trees are barren. They're dead. And now something sparked a fire out there. See, I told y'all there's a lot of action going on in Jamaica right now because my friend just sent me a video of meteorites in Jamaica. This was just a few days ago. Remember earlier this year, this also happened, and now it's happening again. You know they talk about that dragon, that Leviathan waking up in the Jamaica, right? Y'all know about that, right? I literally just posted a video about a Jamaican guy talking about the Leviathan. But look, check this out, y'all. Look at this. Look at the head. Look at the snout. Y'all see that? Jamaica's right there, and Haiti's right there. That's why a lot of stuff be happening there, y'all. Y'all see that? It's literally the eye of the dragon, the snake. Y'all see that? And they talking about this thing is waking up. That's probably why that fire is there, like the nose. Y'all see that? The times are here. We are in prophecy. This would make sense as to why there's a cleansing going on in Haiti and Jamaica right now. But this is all part of the shift, y'all. I've been telling y'all, the shift is here. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Remember that not everybody you see is actually human, which is why the Bible says, be careful, you never know when you're entertaining an angel. Which means that demons have to exist if angels do. I never know if this person is a demon with a negative message or an angel with a positive message who wants to help my life, not take it like a demon. So you have to be kind of weary, who am I letting in my home? And you don't want to let just any Tom, Dick, and Harry off the street into your home. Tell you a little story about somebody named Jake. Not this one. Anyways, Jake had gotten tied up in a relationship overseas in a so-called Asian country. Now, Jake told Jake, hey, don't get with that woman because that woman, she follows these idols. She does not follow the Torah. She does not follow the Bible, Jake. But Jake said, oh, you know what? It's all right. Because she's hot and she's got a great body. So this Jake said, all right, Jake, well, I can't really, it's not much I can do for you because you don't listen to what I say. So anyways, the other Jake ended up getting married, moving his wife to his country over there in Aussie land. He ended up getting her papers to be a citizen. But within 3 days of arriving to this new country, she left him for another man. And he saw the other man drive off in a sports car with her. And when he went ahead... Anyways, the point is that this woman, she was really a demon. She was a reptilian. The picture that he sent me of her hand, let me tell you what. He looked at that picture again, And once he saw that her hand was twice the size in the picture, but he said, no, she's just hot and beautiful. He denied the very own truth of her hand. You know how those reptiles their hands like to change size and shape. He married a shapeshifter. This is the craziest story I've ever witnessed, and when I saw the picture, of which I would show you, but I have so many phones that I cannot find the picture. Man, I'm just telling you the story. Young man, young girl, young woman, so you avoid this wicked system and the reptiles, okay? Don't even want to own a reptile at this point. Keep them outside. Go to jacobslake.com for the health Bible, meal guide, and everything you need to heal.
Shit, I ain't come across no reptilian. I think the last one was a demon.
If you had to choose, would you rather know what was going on in Antarctica, the Vatican, or Area 51? Because the rabbit holes of secrets just feel never ending. When I was thinking about the Vatican earlier, I was like, think about the fact that the Bible itself had 80 books in the 1600s. Now we're down to 66, and they removed things like giants, dragons, sirens, Enoch, the Book of Mary Magdalene. All of these different things are hidden from us, and we just don't even know why. Nevertheless, I saw this guy talking about the fact that there were 200 angels that fell from the sky, and around the earth we have 190 craters that have no rock or rubble that were ever found. And then this other person was like, yeah, 10 of them fell into the ocean. Then this lady blew my mind because she was like, what if that's what took the dinosaurs? And why would there be a book about dragons if dragons never existed? And I've gone down so many rabbit holes in the last couple of days that my mind is completely depleted and exhausted, but I'm also super intrigued and I just want to know more. But I feel like I'm just going in circles because every time I uncover a layer, I end up looking into something else that has nothing to do with what I was looking for, and then I'm just stuck because I'm like, I didn't know this either. So what do y'all think about this? Like, if you had to choose, what would you go to first? Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what other crazy rabbit hole has recently come out that you've been going down under. Share this so that we can keep this discussion going. Like, follow, stay for some more tea. I appreciate y'all support. Bye.
Last time you saw the Olsen twins, Mary, Kate, and Ashley. Why do I ask? Because they're now featured in a Louis Vuitton ad, and they are unrecognizable, leaving their fans asking the question, what happened to the Olsen twins? If you haven't seen the ad, take a look at this. That is the Olsen twins featured in a Louis Vuitton ad. Does that look like the Olsen twins to you? Here are a few more images from the Louis Vuitton Staying Alive ad. Okay, I would have not thought that this was the Olsen twins, Mary, Kate, and Ashley, if I didn't see their names listed on the ad. Take a look below. So the question once again needs to be asked. Has Hollywood claimed more celebrities? These are the Olsen twins that we're all accustomed to seeing. So who are these Olsen twins in this Louis Vuitton ad? So I guess my question to you is, has Hollywood claimed more celebrities? Let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you think is going on with the Olsen twins. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
I think they be playing with our heads, bro.
We really glazed over how insanely bonkers it is that a place like Epstein's Island even existed. But what most people don't know is that it wasn't the first of its kind. Decades earlier, in the middle of Lake Michigan, a desolate island owned by a wealthy Detroit socialite became the subject of all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. And at first, a conspiracy theory is exactly what most people thought it was. While on the surface, it was just a summer camp for young boys, teaching them survivalist skills in nature, behind the scenes, these children were being flown to this island to be exploited, filmed, and traded among the men who sponsored the island's operations. The owner of North Fox Island, a man named Frank Sheldon, had purchased the land specifically for this purpose. As a matter of fact, the very first thing he did was built an airstrip on the island as a means to shuttle boys in and out. One of the men who sponsored the island was a former school teacher named Gerald Richards. He and Sheldon ran a nonprofit called Brother Paul's Children Mission. The organization was supposed to help underprivileged youth connect with nature, but upon their plane touching down on the landing strip, the boys would soon realize that that wasn't going to be the case. Now, it's a lot to get into, so much so that we had to make our podcast episode about this in 2 parts, because the owner of the island would eventually flee the country, making it extremely difficult to charge him with any involvement. The story disappeared from the news fairly quickly, reality and was just dismissed as an urban legend. But North Fox Island was just a tiny piece in a much larger picture of child happening around the world. It wouldn't be until the early 2000s that more people began examining the evidence themselves, realizing just how extensive this operation truly was. North Fox Island has also been tied to a series of unsolved child committed by an unknown perpetrator known only as the Oakland County Child Killer. It's an awful lot to dive into, but if you're interested, you can check out my 2-part episode on this topic, or I can make a part 2 here.
I didn't know that this came before Epstein Island. I didn't know that. Forgive me for not knowing. I mean, I learn every day, but I didn't know that. I didn't even expect that there was another island before Epstein. I don't even know why I didn't think that. That's just me being naive to the fact that there are some weirdos out here who do shit like that. And I would have never thought of nothing like that. So, that shit is crazy. I don't know why I didn't think about that, yo.
Have y'all seen this yet? We must be close to something, y'all, because this guy was recording the sun with his camera and he caught the hexagon pattern like I've never seen it before, y'all. Clear as day. You can clearly see like there's this type of dome thing up there. Look at this, y'all. Check this out. It looks like a whole spider web. Y'all seen this? Look at this, you can clearly see it now.
The sky and catches this phenomenon. Look at the hexagons in the sky. Some kind of grid or screen, or what is that? What is going on?
Just like in Chicken Little, when a piece of the sky fell, y'all see that? It's a hexagon shape, and it looks like the sun in the middle of it. Look at this, y'all literally telling us. And if you've ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy, this is the same thing, the same program they're showing us. Look at these other beings coming in through portals, or these other ships coming in through portals, y'all. Look at that. This is how they were making their way into Earth. And then in the movie Kong, he throws a giant tree at the sun, and then it hits the dome, it breaks the dome, and then the hexagon patterns start breaking off. Look at that, y'all. And you can see it's a whole nother world in there. They're literally telling us, man, we're in a game. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. You ever seen the sky looking like this? Look at the layers, y'all. What is going on here? Why does it look like a painting? This is a real life picture. There's no edits or anything, y'all. Why does it look? Do you see the striations in the sky? What is going on here? Something is going on, y'all. Something is happening within our world. Something new is coming, or something is it's already here. Because if our sky is looking like this, man, it's already here. There's a big shift going on. But yeah, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this video. The shift is here. Let me know down in the comments what you think this is, y'all. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Tell me that didn't remind y'all of Hunger Games.
What are they?
On our hands?
We have for good on our hands.
Yes.
And they, now that's in like,
we
got them on opposite, so when we hold hands, they touch. It's so crazy.
It's ridiculous. We have our puppies.
We have our poppies. Oh, I love the poppy scene. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Pink News.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you.
Never bring us down.
I think we found a little piece of ourselves in each other. I think there are little pieces of us that when we got to do this together, when we first started.
Only up from here.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
scary. We spent too much time together.
Oh no, I love it.
But not enough.
Not enough. We spent too much time together.
Oh no, I love it.
That's crazy. Ariana Grande used to be my crush.
I think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Fatter. We've become less.
Are y'all with her? Or are y'all against her?
Giants, Nephilim, Anunnaki, whatever you want to call them, it kind of looks like they might have existed. And if they did, they had to wear something. So today let's talk about giant clothing accessories. So you guys might remember back when I posted the super amazing PEN15 toggle. When you're ready, you penetrate. Well, I was kind of going somewhere with that. And what I had learned was if all these things are toggles, they were for something. And we have to think that through. What were they for? Well, something with cordage, something with string, probably maybe curtains. Well, there's such an abundance of these things, and they all seem to be like a specific number of sizes. Well, is there that many curtains in the world? I mean, maybe this culture had some type of architecture that required these curtains. But what didn't make sense with that theory was some of these were quick release versions, and all the pulls and all the levers were kind of from the top, as if whoever was actuating it would be above the toggle. And so for things like curtains or draperies of some kind, that always is an above the head kind of situation. So these pulls might not be for releasing something like that, or even securing in that manner. So what else could it be for? One thing I noticed about a lot of these is that it appears that they're meant to lay flat against something. So they're thin, and the way that they function is they would very much lay flat against a body. And so when you think in the use case of clothing, well, that kind of makes sense. That it's possible that these toggles were used for some type of clothes. And as I really review all the ones that I function tested and purchased, that really does seem to be probably the best use case. But the only problem is, when they get as big as your head, you have to find a way to justify it. So as much as I hate speculation, and I do my best to stick around the facts on my channel, I can't help but to speculate that what if it were for giant individuals? What if we're looking at the accessories of the Nephilim and their clothing? Now, if you're on the edge, this might set you over. Do you know what a tri-glide is? Most military guys know what a tri-glide is because they've had to replace one in their day. But what we're looking at here happens to be a prehistoric tri-glide. And that's really what set all this in motion and how I realized what these things were. I saw the tri-glide, and it's clear what that's for. That's a specific accessory for clothing, or some type of backpack or any other everyday use item. So what about these massive ones? How do we justify them?
I ain't gonna lie. He just took a whole rabbit hole I didn't even think of.
You ain't gonna believe what I found out. Why are the streets so empty, you ask? Where are all the people? If I told you, would you believe me? They came from the sky. What in the Caucasus Mountain? There's some parts in the Caucasus Mountains that you cannot reach by foot. They was there, stuck in a remote place, trapped off from the rest of the world. Who knows how long they was there for? Who knows what they was doing? But somebody knew that they was up there, because these were the people that you saw at the world fairs with these passports, ready to collect new children and start new lives. So let me see if I got this straight. You're trying to tell me that there's people out there that are from the caves and mountains. They have new names and new identities. To all my Caucasian brothers and sisters, I know how it feels. I never knew where I was from too.
Is y'all with him, or y'all think that's just a myth?
If you don't start paying attention very soon, this is the sad, unfortunate reality that we're walking right into.
We got less than 5 years to stop them, or we'll never have another chance. They come right out and they tell us exactly what they're going to do. It's a one world government, one world cashless currency, one world central bank, one world military, social credit scores that the government can use to turn off your bank account. Vietnam just deleted 86 million bank accounts of people who refused to get their digital ID. They just deleted them. Wonder where that money went. If you're not paying attention, you probably don't know that England is putting people in prison for social media posts like memes and fucking comments. This is the trajectory that we're headed. Dude just got put in federal prison in England for saying that he didn't want his tax dollars prioritizing illegal immigrants instead of being used for the betterment of his own countrymen. Listen, if you don't start standing up and saying something like I am, this will be the end of national sovereignty. It will be the end of privately owned property. They're literally telling people in other countries that if you don't accept digital IDs, you're going to be excluded from society. That's what they're telling them. That means they won't allow you to board a train, to get on a plane, to go to work. They won't allow you to do the things that you would normally do if you don't accept their digital ID. I'm telling you that they won't allow you to pay your fucking mortgage without providing them a digital ID number. They'll take away your home for non-compliance. They'll disallow or remove your children from school. This isn't a joke. This is what's happening right now. We have less than 5 years to do something about it. If you don't recognize how serious this is, you're not paying attention. This is what they're doing. They won't allow you to register your cars. They'll turn you away from medical care. And they'll do all this while they're telling you that you're not being forced to do anything. It's your choice, right? Like it was your choice 5 years ago with the jab. Remember that? This is how they institute the new normal. This is how they end the family unit. This is how they force mandatory schmaxinations. This is how they introduce universal basic income. This is how they introduce microchipping, a global credit system. This is what they want. This is what they're building right now. And they're coming right out and they're telling you. Thousands of 5G towers, the end of private transportation, the end of private farms, businesses run by the government, travel restrictions, restricted land use. You think this is far-fetched? Take a look around and wake the fuck up. They already tested it in 2020 with the lockdowns, restrictions, fear campaigns, government-run media, and most people complied without a second thought. That was the dress rehearsal. That was the warm-up round. 2030 is their final act. But here's the thing. It was all supposed to go down in 2015, but they missed their deadline, so they pushed it back to 2020, and they missed that too. And what does that tell you? See, it tells me that we're much more fierce of an opponent than they ever realized. They didn't account for level-headed, logical thinking, like-minded brothers like us to dig our heels in and say, fuck you, but it's not good enough. And their efforts will only get more aggressive, more pronounced, and more relentlessly egregious towards dissenters. And here's the truth. If we don't fight back now, if we don't raise our voices, if we don't refuse to comply, if we don't build strength and unity in our own communities, then when the curtain drops, it's over. We won't get another chance. This is bigger than politics. This is about freedom. This is about sovereignty. This is about whether your kid and your grandkids get to live free or as digital slaves in a system that is designed to own them.
Being declared in LA with people living in a couple of neighborhoods being told to shelter in place after an explosion shook a cargo ship in what is America's busiest port. More than 180 firefighters.
Prayers, anybody affected? Prayers.
Y'all want to know why Diddy walked free? You want to know why there's no Epstein client list? I'll tell you what. If you really want to know what was going on at Diddy's parties or on Epstein Island, Kanye showed you all and then tagged everyone's name in, right? I need you all to go and look on YouTube and find Famous by Kanye West, the official video. Okay, it's going to say it may be inappropriate for kids. You click enter and go and watch the video. It's about 10 minutes long. And you're going to see exactly what they were trying to hide from Diddy and why Epstein client list just magically disappeared. All right. So once again, if you want to know what really went on at the Diddy parties, just go to Famous, the video, watch it, come back here to the comments and let me know your thoughts. And I need you to keep one thing in mind. These aren't wax figures. It would have cost millions of dollars to make wax figures that you could continue to move around.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Explain what the sun taught you.
Oh, what did the sun teach me? That all physical reality is sustained by motion, and anything that is no longer at an electromagnetic vibratory frequency undergoes what is called death, which is the permanent termination of the biological function with the state of the organism.
If you fuse your spirit body or your echo body with your physical body, you can eat directly from the source. So, the soles of your hands, the soles of your feet, the palms of your hand, these transmute energy. These are your 11 chakras. Your aura is you have 7 levels of existence. You only see them with the 2 eyes, which is the 3rd dimension, which is the densest level. You have a 7th eye, which is your crown chakra.
Check this video out, y'all. So they're telling us in the news, right, that California is getting ready to split in 2. But they're using politics for it. Like California is getting ready to split into 2 states, like red and blue. But actually, if you look at the map where they're showing this, right? The map that they want to show you where the 2 states is splitting in 2, right? Is mirroring the San Andreas fault line. Because if the state was splitting in 2, why wouldn't it split down the middle? Why y'all gotta show something similar to the San Andreas fault line? So could this be predictive programming with them letting us know that the great split is coming? Because why wouldn't it split down the middle?
A tale of 2 Californias. We just got more details about the launch of a plan to split the state in 2. The California Republicans are proposing it as a response to the redistricting effort that voters will decide in November. NBC Bay Area's Chris Sanchez joins us now with some of the specifics here and whether the state split could be successful for the first time in state history, because this is not the first time we've talked about this, Chris.
you know, and splitting the state would be a very long process, one that is allowed by the California Constitution, but which would require the approval of both the state assembly and the state senate and the voters of California. The so-called two-state solution would split the state vertically, with the Bay Area and all but one coastal county in the west, including LA, Santa Barbara, San Diego. This would represent about 3/4 of California's population.
Could they be giving us a warning like the movie San Andreas? Because you guys do know that parts of California are moving about 20 to 30 feet per year. Check this out.
The land here has shifted just a few inches a year, but recently that pace has surged to as fast as 4 inches a week. How long did it take for it to go from crack to this sunken state?
Just a few months, really.
The culprit, heavy rains brought on by a series of recent atmospheric rivers that have soaked deep into the soil, destabilizing the area. You have hills and canyons where there used to just be solid level ground. The Earth has moved more than 30 feet in the last 2 years. Hastings tells us it's caused around $700,000 in property damages.
So they've been telling you guys to get out of California for quite some time, and now they are using politics to let you guys know that there is a physical split about to happen. I mean, to me, her body language looks like she looks a little bit nervous speaking about this because they're hiding something. There's a reason why these earthquakes keep happening in California as of recently. In fact, throughout the whole world. But yeah, y'all, something is brewing underneath, y'all. What do you guys think was going on? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
Cali, I thought they was trying to split us from Northern Cali and Southern Cali.
Bro, we got to talk about the Celeste, Rivera, and David case, because this shit just went from tragic to wild as fuck. Because first, investigators was eyeing a second suspect when it comes to this case. And right when you thought things couldn't get even wilder, they dropped this. So now new reports are saying that her body, Celeste's body, was frozen, and now they can't determine the cause of her death. I'm sitting here like, bro, what? So in my mind, I'm thinking they probably got her higher than a kite. You know what I'm talking about. Froze her body and then dismembered it. I don't know if y'all remember this, but early on in the reports, people were saying that him and his manager was arguing. People was already pointing that it could have been his manager with him. So I don't know, y'all. That probably is the second person, but we don't know yet. What we do know for sure, though, it was his car. The car was not too far from his place. They were messing with each other, and she's unalive now. Shit is just getting weird, bruh. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below.
I keep telling y'all, stop eating these processed foods. It's gonna mess around and send you to your maker. So apparently the truth about Campbell soup is out. And allegedly they've been selling chicken that ain't chicken. You heard what I just said? The chicken that they're putting in the soup, allegedly that chicken is not chicken. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Listen to this shit.
Poor people. Who buys our shit?
You heard that?
I don't buy
Listen.
barely anymore. So healthy. Now that I know what the it is. Even in a soup, I look at meat. Bioengineered meat.
You hear that?
I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
If you heard that video, he said, allegedly, that he doesn't want anything that came out of a 3D printer. Allegedly, he said the chicken is bioengineered meat. And to top it off, he said their products are for poor people. And that was the vice president of Campbell's. That tells you everything you need to know about how they feel about you. It may look like chicken. It may taste like chicken. But you heard what he said. They're saying that that rant was well over an hour long. So you know he had way more to say than that. Do what you want to do with that information. I'm out.
I ain't gonna lie, that was dope to see, but just hearing an owner, a CEO, anybody that controls a company talk bad about the people who help his company is crazy. And it just proves that then in their heads, we're the liquid currency, bro. We're literally slaves to these people. I hate to say that. We slaves to these people. They believe we supposed to go out here, work 8 hours a day, have no time for ourselves, have no time to think, have no time to actually enjoy life, go to work, come home and eat they bullshit. Keep doing that every day to a point where you get sick, you no longer here, they still rich and famous, or just rich. They don't care what they feeding us, bro. we gotta care. Again, it's just like that saying that goes back to, if you can't read or write, you can't think. And if you can't think, somebody gonna think for you. We get into that point. We can read and write, but some of us can't think for ourselves. Or some of us are in positions where we just can't afford. We ain't aligned with the being able to afford it yet. And these companies know that, and they play on that. It's crazy. It's a wicked ass world, bro. But again, some people don't see this. Some people can't get nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, and that's understandable. It's just crazy that we got people up there who look down on us like that. That's scary. But it is the world. It is the world. And I'm not shocked. I'm not at all. I'm not at all. How many times we got to see owners, CEOs, anything like that of status treat the public like that? Behind closed doors be having conference calls or just saying some certain things and they get caught in the act of saying whatever they're saying. How many times we seen that? Timberland, Lululemon, we got them. Like, how many times we gonna see it, bro? It's up to us to change it.
Oh boy. What was that?
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Why did you...
This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is.
So this is the second time.
Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw.
What was that noise?
Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them.
Look at that.
What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down.
Wait a second, I saw something.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear.
Yeah.
And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him.
Not sure it's pissed because of that, but whatever it is, it's pissed.
I think I'm going to bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down. Just because they're mad.
Makes sense.
God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
There's a certain moment there, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the tree. And it's not just me, someone on Reddit posted this picture over here. He says, 30 seconds in the video, you can see something like this.
I think it was. Enlighten me. I remember that clip. That was the older clip. If I'm not mistaken, that came out like last year or something. But what do y'all think it was, bro? Again, we come across clips that we still don't get answers from. And I be wanting answers, bro. I be wanting answers. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, though. I know I can't be the only one who be wanting all these answers and be like, bro, what happened to this? And what happened to that? And what happened to this over there? What happened to this over here? Like Miami Mall incident. What happened? We just gonna forget about it? We just gonna go back and it's gonna be 30 years from now. We're gonna tell our kids, hey, y'all know we heard about the time that they had aliens in the mall. Oh, they gonna be like, y'all got proof? What happened? We gonna be like, oh, well, I think. Can't even know for sure. We don't even know for sure what exactly happened. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all let me know y'all opinions. Y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. I know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, Collective. I love y'all, and until I see everybody in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account, sheesh, at the amount.